Well, listen, this week our employee of the week is the gentleman to my left, Roger Bell, and he is a mechanical plumbing inspector at the City of Albuquerque's planning department, and Susie Lubar is here, and other staff and family as well. So this employee of the week, we're giving Roger this award for helping prevent a fire that could have been a really bad situation. It could have caused harm to the building, and it could have caused harm to a construction school or a construction crew at one of our local middle school gyms. So the story is this past June, while students were on summer break, Roger was performing a scheduled mechanical and plumbing inspection for the gym at Madison Middle School. While he was on site, a construction contractor was doing some work. He was the person was welding new structural members to an existing exterior gym wall. I come from the construction world, and I can tell you that's always a dangerous thing because fires can start inside of the cavity of the wall assembly, and it's hard to notice those sometimes, and it's hard to put those out sometimes. Well, sure enough, that's what happened in this instance. The welding caused a fire to start inside of the wall. The construction crew that was working on it made an unsuccessful attempt to extinguish the fire, so Roger quickly intervened, and he began the necessary safety measures. He did what we should all do. He called 911 to alert the Albuquerque Fire Department, and we'll have a Friday's Heroes from the fire department today. Next, he instructed about 20 construction workers that were on site to calmly and safely evacuate the area. Then Roger took the lead to supervise the perimeter until AFD arrived on scene, which was minutes later. The crew then successfully extinguished the fire, the AFD crew did, which was contained to a pretty small area. So this multiple construction trade experience that Roger has, he's been in construction for the past 30 years, been around a lot of job sites over the time, I'm sure, and he's completed numerous safety classes. Once again, from the construction world, there's different OSHA classes you take. There's OSHA 10, OSHA 30. He's done those certifications. He's also trained on emergency procedures and regulations. So quick thinking. Well-trained individual, a seasoned person from the construction industry, doing the right thing at the right time, not only helped the middle school not sustain more damage, but also kept people safe. So for that reason, we're giving Roger this week's Employee of the Week. And I want to have Susie say a few words as well. But when you think about the planning department, it's a fairly complex department. A lot going on over there. There's not just plan checks, there's inspections, there's code enforcement, there's weeds, there's litter, there's just a lot of stuff that happens in this code enforcement. So Susie, you've done a great job. Want to thank you for that as well. And let's talk about Roger a little bit, and then we'll get the award.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good morning. As planning director, I am so proud that one of our incredible inspectors is being honored as Employee of the Week. Roger's been with the planning department really for just over a year, but his years of experience led him to our department to be a plumbing mechanical inspector with our building safety division. And with that experience, he has shown that he is a tremendous asset to not just our department, but to the city as a whole. Roger's a dedicated worker, he's a team player, he's highly respected amongst his peers. And after his actions at the school this summer, I think it's clear to all of us that he has incredible work ethic, and I have no doubt that Roger will always go above and beyond the call of duty for all of us.
Thank you,
Well, thank
Susie.
you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna give the award here. Then I'm gonna talk about something else that I think is important for people to know about city employees. So, Roger, a couple of things. Stay caffeinated. Okay.
Thank you.
There's a mug. We need you bright and alert out there in the field as you always are. But this Employee of the Week reads as follows. It says, this certification is awarded to Roger Bell, Planning Department. On behalf of the entire city, I, Richard J. Berry, Mayor of the city, thank you for your public service and your dedication. Your actions exceeded the call of duty and went beyond normal expectations. For the entire week of October 16th, you were entitled to all privileges set forth by the Office of the Mayor as Employee of the Week. And we also have a letter for your personnel files so that over time you can put that in there, and just know that we are very appreciative of your work. And I want to hit on one last thing. I want to put the date on here today real quickly. You got it on Friday the 13th. Congratulations.
I know. I thought this is a big prank.
Yeah. let me talk about though. Let me talk about something that Susie's done really well, and our leadership and planning has done well, and also our fire department and our food inspectors. So we have regulators. So these people are regulators in a way. They go out on the job sites, and they go out into restaurants. They go out into areas, and they inspect. And I've been on the other side of that counter for a lot of my career before I was the mayor. And there's a big difference when somebody comes out and is there just to enforce versus helping you succeed. So we started a mantra in this administration, first weeks 8 years ago of this administration, and it goes like this. If you're a regulator, you have two jobs. One is to keep people safe. Your second job is to help people succeed.
Yes, sir.
And if you can't do the second thing, we can always find somebody else to do the first thing. So number one is safety. Number two is helping people navigate through this. If it's a food inspector, if it's a building inspector, you show up. I guarantee you show up, and there's a contractor that's got a deadline. There's somebody that's got to have something done that day. Maybe there's a little glitch that day, and they can't wait 48 hours or something for somebody to come back. Our inspectors really do a great job of saying, listen, we're gonna work this through with you so that we can keep people safe, but we can help you move forward too. So I know Roger is of that mindset, and I know Susie has really worked with that mindset as well. So we appreciate you very much. And who do you got with you today? Introduce your family.
My wife, Alicia.
Nice to see you.
to meet
I know she gave her the goods.
Yeah,
Right? Well,
I'm shaking.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, Laura Bernasconi.
nice to see you.
My oldest son, or our oldest son, Kenneth,
Nice to see you.
and our youngest son, Anthony.
Good enough, gentlemen. Well, thank you so much, and we appreciate you hanging around. We'll take some pictures in a minute.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, Chief Estevan is here with us today to give out our Friday's Heroes Award to firefighter Jenna Guzman. Do you go Guzman or Guzman?
Guzman.
Guzman.
Yes, sir.
And she has with her her lovely daughter Addison, and her mom came with her today too, Nancy. So thank you for being here. We are recognizing firefighter Guzman for doing something that we have talked about a lot in the last 8 years, and that is not only being an exceptional professional and a public safety professional, but just having a big heart. And this is just yet another story about one of our firefighters who has gone way above and beyond the call of duty. So this is the deal. Last month there was a woman, I won't give her age, let's just say she's an octogenarian. Her name was Catherine Gonzalez, and she was driving to the grocery store, and she got a flat tire. Not an uncommon occurrence. Normally she would have been with her son who drives her, but he was out of town visiting family. Catherine did not have a cell phone to call someone to help her fix her flat, and she was not in a position to fix the tire herself. So as you can imagine, she was worried and concerned. She sat in her car hoping that someone would see her in a vehicle with a flat tire and maybe have a big enough heart to stop and help. Albuquerque is a place with a lot of people with big hearts, and that's the good news. Soon after she waited for someone to notice her predicament, firefighter Guzman, who had just finished her shift, so off-duty firefighter again, drove and saw that the woman had a flat tire. Without hesitation, she did what we'd all hoped she would do. She stopped to help. She walked over to the vehicle, asked if she could be of assistance. Catherine told her the story, obviously needed some help. So Catherine also asked firefighter Guzman about her blue shirt, with the firefighter confirming her profession and how she had just gotten off of work, and they had a nice discussion. At that point, firefighter Guzman calmed Catherine down with a reassurance, and she assisted and helped her change the tire. That's good stuff. The great stuff is what firefighter Guzman did next. She asked Catherine to follow her to the tire repair shop to get the flat fixed, so she went above and beyond, taking time out of her day. And while Catherine waited for her tire to be repaired, firefighter Guzman took Catherine's grocery list. She then went to the store, and she purchased every item on the list using her own money. So no question why she's our Friday's hero this week. She's doing a great job keeping people safe out in our community, but not only doing what we all hope that we would do, which is stop and help someone change a tire, but then taking money out of your own pocket, going above and beyond. This is why as a mayor you're so proud of your public safety professionals. These folks are, like I said, highly trained at what they do, and they're good at what they do, but they are drawn to service because they have a service mentality. They have enormous hearts, and they just go above and beyond every day. So you've got a good example to look up to, right? I'm going to have Chief say a few words, and then we're going to hand out the award in just a moment.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks.
Good morning. I've always believed that we have one of the best fire departments in the country, and that's solely because of our firefighters. And obviously, it's not only their efforts on emergency scenes that are worthy of recognition. Each year, as we score through scores of candidates to be potential fire cadets, we look for people who are bright and capable and who we feel are committed enough to succeed in a very rigorous training academy. There we give them the basic skills they need to be competent firefighters and medics, and in the field they hone their skills through practice and repetition. What we cannot teach is kindness and compassion. Those are traits that people either bring or do not bring along with them themselves. Those are the traits that make a competent practitioner a great firefighter. And obviously they're traits that are evident in firefighter Guzman. Another of AFD's great firefighters. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you. So, Addison, do you have a smartphone yet? You're already too young for a smartphone. Do you have a phone? Do you have a phone? So I want you to do me a favor. So we're going to do this together. So we have a kindness campaign, and I've put the youth of our community in charge of teaching adults how to be kind. Well, your mom's done a great thing today to teach others to be kind. So we have this app, and you can download this for free. It's called the Albuquerque Kindness app. And we're trying to do 1 million acts of kindness in Albuquerque. And I've asked the youth of our community to take the lead on this at your school, with your friends, at home, and other things. So what we'll do is we're going to share your mom's act of kindness. So hit the share button there. So share that, and then hit the random act on this one. See the balloons? So your mom now is part of the 1 million acts of kindness in our community. So if you want to, I would like you to, I'm asking if you would take the great work that your mom's done, move it forward with your classmates, download the app, and we've got a bunch of schools around Albuquerque that are sharing their acts of kindness. Would you do that for me? I appreciate that very much. So this is our coin that we give out to our Friday's Heroes. It says it's the Mayor's Public Safety Heroes Award. It's the city seal. It's for police, fire, and emergency managers. And it's just our way of saying thanks. I mean, you go out and do great work, but I think it's important to take time each and every day, each and every week, just to say thank you to the folks that keep us safe and do great work. So congratulations, with much gratitude from your community. You're this week's Friday's Hero.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So today we have a volunteer of the month, and with us we have Mariah Harrison, who's a board member for ABQ Volunteers Advisory Board, to make some brief responses or some brief remarks. And these volunteer awards that we give out, by the way, they come through the board. So our Friday's Heroes and our Employee of the Week, they come through the directors and the leadership and the departments. The volunteers come through our advisory board, and this board has done great work promoting volunteerism in the community. Bruce Rosieri is here with us as well, and then Dwayne Baker, who is the nominator, who's a data specialist at the transit department. So come on up, Dwayne. And then Sophia Sanchez, who's in my office. There she is, behind the scenes over there. She's our ABQ volunteer coordinator. So Sophia, thank you for that work. So this is William Tobin. You go by William?
Yes.
And he is this week's volunteer. He's the volunteer of the month for this month. And what he does is he helps maintain the appearance and cleanliness of our bus stops. So we actually have a program through the transit department, through ABQ Ride, that is an Adopt a Stop program. And you've seen these programs around the country: Adopt a Mile on the freeway or on the roadways, Adopt a Park, Adopt a Median. Well, we have an Adopt a Stop pilot program. And it means a lot to promote ridership, safety, just the general look of our transit department. It's a 6-month study, and it will run all the way through December of 2017. So volunteers in the pilot program are asked to pick up litter and remove graffiti at bus stops, or in this case, multiple stops if they are frequent riders. William is a frequent passenger on the bus that travels along Lomas Boulevard, and he rides the bus almost every day, I understand. When William learned about the Adopt a Stop program, he saw it as an opportunity to expand his duties as an active volunteer and, frankly, as a citizen. He believed he would enjoy maintaining the appearance of the bus stops that he and so many passengers used. This past May, William completed the program's required safety chemically handling courses and all the things that you want to do to keep people safe, and he became an Adopt a Stop volunteer. He's one of 9 people now that we have in the program, and he chose to maintain actually 2 bus stops that are around the intersection of Lomas and Wyoming. On a weekly basis, William spends about an hour picking up litter and replacing bags filled with trash from the receptacles. He also likes to and enjoys cleaning the spaces and whenever they use them as well as part of this bus stop program. His focused attention has always garnered the attention of motor coach operators, that's our drivers, assigned to the routes, who compliment him on how well these bus stops are kept. So aside from successfully maintaining the overall appearance of the two stops, William is known by Adopt a Ride program staff to provide work logs that have been meticulously completed and always submitting them on time. So the program staff credits William for being a watchful eye while riding the bus system and maintaining the two bus stops that are important to him, and reporting back on ways for us as public servants to improve city processes. For over 25 years, though this isn't his first go-around, William worked in the aviation industry, then for 16 years as a systems operator at P&M Resources before he retired in 2014. Since then, he has donated over 2,000 hours volunteering at Roadrunner Food Bank, St. Vincent de Paul Society, Our Lady of Assumption Catholic Church, and the city's, once again, Adopt a Stop pilot program. And we give awards like this for a reason. Every once in a while, we'll have a breakfast for AmeriCorps, Senior Corps, Vista, all of these programs that we have and these volunteer programs that we have in the city. And if you take the volunteer hours that we put together as the community through all of these programs, it is multiple millions of dollars worth of benefit to the community, just if you take it on a $7 an hour basis. But the real value is a community that cares about itself enough to really volunteer and do this great work. So I want to say thanks to William for his work. We're going to have Mariah say a few words, and then Bruce will say a few words, but we're very grateful that you would take the time to do this, and we'll get your award here in just a second, but let's let Mariah say a few words, and we'll go from there.
Good morning, and thank you, Mayor. I wanted to say that on behalf of Albuquerque volunteers, the Mayor's Board, the Advisory Board for Volunteerism, that the hours that you spend not just riding the bus and being a participant in your city, but actively taking the time and the energy to make it better for everybody else is absolutely one of the best examples that we can ask for a volunteer for our city, as a resident, as a neighbor, and I thank you for that. And I just greatly appreciate that your character is representative of the volunteers that we'd like to continue recognizing as part of the Albuquerque Volunteers Program. Thank you.
Thank you. Bruce, you want to say a few words?
Yes, Mayor.
Bruce Rosieri, our transit director here.
Good morning. I just want to mention that the genesis for Adopt a Stop program came from Mayor Barry's leadership development program he started about 8 years ago. This was a group of individuals who came up with ideas how to make the city better and involve citizens of Albuquerque. So the transit department, Mr. Baker, have been working on this, and I'm very proud to say that Mr. Tobin is a great volunteer, and he's also an active transit rider. So there's a definite connection between the transit service, our riders, and their interest in keeping the safety and maintenance of the bus stops. And I want to thank you very much for that interest and your commitment to the transit department and to the city of Albuquerque.
All right. Thanks, William. And what we'll do is I want to just kind of have a little call to action for the community here. So as you saw in the news yesterday, we're starting to put the ART stops up now. So as the ART project starts to come to completion here in the coming weeks and month or so, we're making some very conscious decisions about transit in Albuquerque. And it basically, we want it to be a sharp system. It's always been a good system. It's always been a well-run system. But recently, I signed an executive order so that we stop wrapping buses, and where you can't see in the windows. The new ART buses are coming with a little bit lighter glass so people can see in. We have these new buses. You see the green and blue buses coming in with a little bit different color schemes. Over time, those are being replaced. We're building the first all-electric bus rapid transit system in America, and it will be deemed the best of its kind. So we're trying to change how people think about public transit. This is something that we can all use, that we all should use. If it's convenient for us, it can save dollars. It does it for lots of great reasons. But to do that, it has to look sharp. So this Adopt a Stop program, William, is very, very important to us. And on ART, as you know, we're going to hire two crews of maintenance people to go up almost on a daily basis and make sure these stops stay looking nice. So we can dovetail what the city's doing with this volunteer effort. So take William's example. Let's get out there and I don't know why my voice went crazy. Let's get out there as a community and make sure that we keep our community looking great. We'll do our part as a city. We're making this conscious effort, and I think all things told, we are going to have a public transit system in the coming years that builds on a great foundation that was already there and gets even better. But it takes leadership like yours, William, to do this. So we will do. We'll give you a sticker that says "I love volunteering," which I think we already know that. Once again, a coffee mug for you, and then a certificate that says ABQ Volunteers. This certificate is awarded to William Tobin. On behalf of the entire city of Albuquerque, I, Richard J. Berry, Mayor of Albuquerque, thank you for volunteering both your time and your talent. You have been granted this award because of your generosity and countless hours that you have spent investing in our community's well-being. So once again, thanks for all you do in the Roadrunner Food Bank and everything else. We're just awful proud of you, and we're lucky to have you as a citizen.
All right, thank you very
so much.
much.
We appreciate it.